Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to Trendy Go. I bet that going into 2020 you'd never have guessed that a pandemic would take over the world. You couldn't have imagined that the worldwide economy would come to a halt and that we'd be left in a major financial crisis. You couldn't have dreamed that central banks would start printing money like it's going out of flavor. But here we are, and you know who is doing pretty well during this environment? Bitcoin, of course. Actually, that's one of the few things that you could have guessed for 2020. If you are wondering, will Bitcoin reach 100K by the end of 2021? You are in the right place, because that's what we're going to discuss in today's video. But before we jump in, please make sure you've pressed that red subscribe button along with the tiny bell icon to enter into our monthly shoutout giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribed and we'll enter you into the giveaway. Bitcoin is resilient, predictable, and it has an algorithmic monetary policy. The store of value component is by design and isn't going away. As long as the Bitcoin network is running, BTC will be safe, predictable, and a debasement-proof way of preserving your wealth. At times when central banks everywhere in the world are relying on a debt monetization strategy to keep the legacy financial system running, you don't want to pass on a good store of value. This is valid now and will remain valid in 10 years. As Bitcoin has touched new price highs on Thursday, nearing the $50,000 handle, people have been curious as to where the price will go in the future. Meanwhile, despite the gains so far, a number of luminaries, analysts, executives, and proponents from the crypto space believe the leading crypto asset will reach between 60K to 6 digits this year. Bitcoin's 300% surge in 2020 could repeat this year, but such a move higher would be unsustainable, JP Morgan said in a note on Monday. While we cannot exclude the possibility that the current speculative mania will propagate further, pushing the Bitcoin price towards the consensus region of between 50K and 100K, we believe that such price levels would prove unsustainable, the note said. Bitcoin surged to nearly 35,000 on Sunday before plunging as much as 17% on Monday, its steepest drop since March. JP Morgan still sees Bitcoin competing against gold as an alternative currency, while millennial investors preferring the digital gold over traditional gold and driving demand for the cryptocurrency. With a market value of $575 billion, Bitcoin would have to surge to $146,000 to match the total private sector investment in gold via exchange-traded funds or bars and coins, the note said. Knowing that the price of Bitcoin is affected by supply and demand, investors consider that once Bitcoin reaches the figure of 21 million Bitcoin in circulation, then its price will increase by a large amount, given that there will be no more supply. So the more demand there will be, the more the price will increase. The technology designed for Bitcoin is so sophisticated. Bitcoin is produced through mining. Mining computers authenticate blocks of transactions by competing to solve complicated mathematical problems every 10 minutes. The first miner to solve the problem and clear the transaction gets rewarded with new Bitcoins. Every 4 years, Bitcoin goes through a process called halving. Halving Bitcoin reduces the rate at which new coins are created. In May 2020, Bitcoin went through a third halving in its history, which means that supply is getting restricted even more. On top of that, we have PayPal allowing its users to buy cryptocurrencies in their platform and purchase goods using cryptocurrencies as a payment form. Also, large credible companies invested massive amounts of money in Bitcoin, such as MicroStrategy with $1.3 billion. So, Bitcoin's supply is declining, and we are heading to the point where there will be no supply anymore. There will only be demand for Bitcoin, which means the price can only increase. And that's all for today's video. Let us know your views in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video before leaving. Thanks for watching.